If you want to learn how to strength train with Ehlers-Danlos or hypermobility, boy, do I have a course for you. Literally, I have a course that teaches you exactly that, how to strength train with Ehlers-Danlos and joint hypermobility. The course is called Bendy and Strong. It's run by me. I'm a strength coach. I have an exercise science degree. I have competed in powerlifting and bodybuilding a lot. And I have Ehlers-Danlos. I've got hypermobile type, ADHD, POTS, mast cell issues, the whole shebang. So I'm 32 now. I started coaching when I was 15, and over the years, I've just naturally been drawn to people with disabilities, or rather they've probably been drawn to me because I have Ehlers-Danlos. Strength training is by far one of the best ways that we can manage this condition. However, in the fitness industry, there's a lot of misconceptions around strength training in general, but then how that applies to an EDS body. The fitness industry is actually quite ableist in a lot of ways, but also there's just so much misinformation out there on how to strength train properly. So sometimes people with Ehlers-Danlos have come to me over the years and said, hey, should I be doing this? I heard you should do this. And I'm like, well, nobody should be doing that, but least of all you. But like it's generally incorrect, but it's especially incorrect when it comes to Ehlers-Danlos. So the whole idea behind this course is that firstly, we're sorting through the fitness industry BS. We're actually sorting out what works from what doesn't work. But then we're talking about the Ehlers-Danlos body. How does that apply to the Ehlers-Danlos body? How can we minimize risk? How can we maximize gain for the EDS body when it comes to strength training? Because yes, we do have to change our approach slightly when it comes to our bodies. Some of the things we cover are how to warm up, because warm-ups can be a total game changer for your whole training and just life in general. Adjusting technique for Ehlers-Danlos and hypermobility. How to create a program. So we talk about sets, reps or volume, intensity or load, effort. We talk about how to lay a program out, how to adjust your program when your body keeps fluctuating and can't follow the same thing for 2 weeks in a row. We go through a ton of anatomy because this is one of the most important things to know when it comes to adjusting things for your body. When I was first developing this course, I interviewed a bunch of people with EDS to find out what they wanted to know, and anatomy kept coming up. Which muscle are you supposed to feel this exercise in? Or why am I supposed to feel it in this muscle versus why am I not supposed to feel it in this muscle? Or how can I make an exercise work this particular muscle more or less? And of course, we talk about adjusting strength training for the common comorbidities of Ehlers-Danlos, especially hypermobile type Ehlers-Danlos, POTS, dysautonomia, neck instability, head pressure issues, how to make training more ADHD and autistic friendly. And honestly, one of the best things about the course is that it runs as a cohort. So you're going through this together with a whole bunch of other people who are pretty much exactly like you, because what happens when we get a group of Ehlers-Danlos people together is everyone feels like they've been alone their whole life until they meet someone else. And then we realize that we're all a carbon copy of each other and that the medical profession just doesn't really understand these bodies. But this course is run by someone who does understand this body. So the community part is a thing that gets heaps of positive feedback from the course. There is an actual forum where you can post in and get to know people in, and also the sessions are run live, so you can join in and meet other people that way as well. But if you can't make the live time, there is always a recording of every single session, so you can catch up and watch it or rewatch it if you need to, and you have access to them for 6 months after the course finishes. Now let's talk pricing, because that's always a limiting factor when it comes to Ehlers-Danlos, because our bodies are so expensive to maintain. The price is $25 Australian per week, so that's 16 payments of $25 Australian. You have the option to pay up front with a slight discount, or there is a limited number of free and discounted spots for those who need them. This is an honor system. If you can't afford it, I don't want money to be the reason why you don't do the course. And it's actually a really cool system because those who can afford to do the course are paying for it. And that's actually allowing me to open up more of those free and discounted spots so more people can access the course. So if you're a paying member, you're actually contributing to the whole community. And for those who can't afford it right now, your contribution is just being a part of this awesome community. Now, if you need a free or discounted spot, you'll have to get in contact with me to get the discount code. And if you want to pay up front, you'll also have to get in contact with me because that's through a separate mechanism. But for the standard price, which most people pay, $25 Australian per week, go to this website here. And I'll see you next Friday, Brisbane time, when the course starts.